Good morning, y'all. Halfmilesniper here, and we are back on the range finally after a bit of a hiatus, but we're back. So, I have something new to me. It gives a trigger pull a run for the money, or gives the trigger pull of the double action 45 backup, the MT 45 backup, gives that a run for the money. So, y'all sit back, kick your feet up, enjoy the ride. Alrighty, so those of y'all who've been watching a while know a couple months ago I picked up a AMT 45 double action backup, and it has a 25-pound trigger pull. Well, I just picked up something that rivals that trigger pull, and it's a pretty small package. It's literally a pocket pistol. We'll bring it in a little closer for you. Let me get out of the way so we can see that dark blue gun against the background instead of my black shirt. It's a little bit warm. I'm wearing the black shirt so I can show you the pocket pistol pocket of my shirt. So we'll talk more about it as soon as I take this shirt off. It's getting a little warm. So what we have here is a High Standard Derringer, the DM101, which is chambered in 22 Magnum. It's a double barrel over-under Derringer with a extractor here that operates off the latch. It has a fixed trigger guard, meaning the front of the trigger guard is gone, and that's how these were made. In the 30s, there was a Colt engineer, and his name was Fitzpatrick, who developed the Fitz trigger guard, and what he would do with Colt guns, and they would do it with other guns. I have one in Smith & Wesson. They would cut the trigger guard back to the toe of the trigger. They would bob the hammer, made a nice pocket pistol out of a full-size gun. But this isn't a Fitz gun. This has a Fitz style trigger, and there's a lot of people on the internet that say, oh, this is the most unsafe thing. Yeah, this thing has a trigger pull that rivals my AMT 45 backup. And as I said, it's chambered in 22 Magnum, which when we lay one of these up in here, that doesn't leave a whole lot of barrel. There's actually almost 2 inches barrel, so it's a little more than I anticipated. But I've not yet shot this gun, so what I saw is those who have posted videos on it, one barrel hits close to true, one barrel hits way off. Don't know if that's the shooter, don't know if that's the gun, but we're going to give it a try today. Also, those 22 Magnum, the Winchester varmint, they're rated at 2250 feet per second. So we're going to put them over the chronograph and see what they're running out of the 2-inch barrel. And while we're talking chronograph, I've showed y'all my Garmin, but I've never really shown you a size comparison. It's this big, which is not any bigger than my GoPro 7. It's actually about the size of my GoPro 9. Pretty small package. My target today, I just have a 50-foot small pistol bowl, and that's what we're going to shoot on. I'll probably use that when I decide to shoot my 30-40 Craig as well. And lastly, you probably notice I'm not wearing my shirt today, but I'm wearing Langley Outdoors shirt, the Tree of Liberty needing to be refreshed. Just in case anybody heard Chairman Joe botch that quote. Give me a couple more minutes to set up. We'll put some rounds through this thing, put them on target, see what they run on the chronograph, and see just how terribly inaccurate or terribly unsafe the gun is. Alright, so loading process. We're going to take 2 rounds and we're going to stuff them in the chamber like that, and then we're going to close it up, and it is hot and ready to go. Alrighty, so as I said, we are hot and ready to go. I know one of the things that the other people who had shot one of these on video said is they didn't like the fact that as soon as they picked the gun up, the finger's on the trigger. Well, trust me, the trigger pull on this thing would preclude you from pulling that trigger. So we're just going to shoot 2 rounds. We'll see where they print, then I'll see about firing up the chronograph. And by the way, we're working from the 15-yard line because they said you couldn't hit anything beyond the 7-yard line. So we're going to see what I can do here at the 15. Get a bit of muzzle flash, even in the bright light. And second barrel. Yeah, definitely not going to be running any bill drills with this. Well, let's go see where those hit. Interesting. According to what I saw on somebody else's video, this would be the first shot, and that would be the second shot. But I'm also doing it at 15 yards, but that's what their spread looked like at 7. First shot, second shot. So, I think what we're going to try to do is we're going to see if we can narrow it down to a barrel. Let me explain how this thing works, and then I'll tell you what we're going to do. So on the inside, under this panel specifically, we have the hammer, which is up in here. And on the hammer, there's a cam device. It's got 4, it's kind of squarish, and there's 4 points. And there's a spring action or spring activated lever that runs up here that as you pull the trigger and the hammer comes back, that lever or finger rotates the firing pin. So right now it just fired the bottom barrel. I don't know if we can see that on this camera or not, but the firing pin is at the bottom of the slot. So the second shot was the bottom barrel. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot 2 shots from the top barrel, then we'll shoot 2 shots from the bottom barrel. We'll take a look at both and see if it's a barrel that's going up or if it's a an artifact of the small sights and the ungodly heavy trigger pull. Don't know, but we'll give it a try. And then we'll put a couple rounds over the chronograph and see what they're running. But yeah, definitely not going to do a bill drill with this one. It'd take you like 5 minutes, maybe. Alrighty, so if I set this up correctly, it should go bang and not click. So this is the top barrel. Let me show you. Well, the ejector works when it's a unfired round. So we are top barrel only. And I hope I have it set up right. Okay. Okay, that one hit. Looks like 8 o'clock in the 7 ring. And once again, top barrel only. This time it should go click. And now to go bang. And that one hit, looks like almost 12 o'clock at the edge of the paper. Now, well, let's go take a look real quick. Okay, that was the first shot. Pardon me, that was the 5 ring. 8 o'clock. That bullet's tumbling here at 15 yards. Second shot was 12 o'clock, just off the ring. Remember, this was my first shot, very first shot. Then I came up here. Now we'll see what the bottom barrel does. Just trying to determine if it's a trigger pull thing or a barrel thing. Everybody that I watched seemed to think it was a barrel thing. Okay, this should be bottom barrel. And if I have it set up correctly, it should go click. I mean, go bang, not click. You know what I meant. Oh, I'm going to guess it's in the black because I'm not seeing anything. But I suppose I could have missed cleanly. Let me make it go click. And we'll reload for the second shot. Okay, second shot, bottom barrel. Here we go. And that one hit like 4 o'clock low. Pardon me, 7 o'clock low. Let's go take a look. Alrighty. So, remember this was our very first shot here. So this is our first shot from the bottom barrel. This was our second shot from the bottom barrel. So, it's not a barrel issue. It's a 25-pound plus, probably closer to 30 pounds, trigger pull. And very little sights. When I say little, I mean little. Let me close that up. Try to show y'all what we have for sights here. That is it. I think the gutter sights on the AMT 45 backup were far better. Alrighty, y'all. So I changed the camera angle. Got the Garmin set up. And we're going to try to do a we'll try to do a 6-shot average here for the speed. The box says this ammo is moving 2250. I told Garmin I believe we're going to be less than 1750. So we'll see what we're getting. I'm suspecting we might not even break 1,000 on this. Especially when I got rounds tumbling at 15 yards. So here we go. Well, actually it's moving a little faster than I thought. First 2 shots are giving us a 1391 average. I forgot to look after the first shot, but the second shot we have 1445. So, kind of interesting. And my second shot went 12 o'clock high. Weird. Okay. 1460 on the third shot. .1468. I really bore down on the gun and did not go high on the second shot that time. Reloading is definitely slow. Okay, shots 5 and 6. Here we go. .1464. $1,500. And once again, I didn't go high. Cool. So, our 6-shot average is 1446, standard deviation 51. Our extreme spread 163. Wow. And we'll end the session. Alrighty, well, let's see what we got. That was my second shot of the first string that went high, and look how that bullet hit sideways. And that was at 1,450 feet per second. Weird. Maybe it's an ammo issue and not so much a... Nah. It's that trigger pull. So we had 3 generally here, and we had the other 3, or the other 2 went down here, 1 went here. Definitely not an easy gun to shoot, but it's also not a target pistol. It's just a pocket pistol. It's just for surprise, and just to prove we were shooting from the 15-yard line. So I can hit what I want from the 15-yard line even with that thing. Like I said, I could hit what I want from the 15-yard line even with this thing. Not that I would. For me, this is more a novelty. It was just one of those fun things to get to throw in the safe with the other fun things. Take out once in a blue moon. The no trigger guard definitely upsets some, but I'm telling you, it takes a lot of effort to get that trigger to start moving, and then you've got this great big, yes, we're unloaded, this great big long trigger, and it really snaps at the end. And that's how big that thing is. A puny little thing. My Glock 42 weighs about as much as this thing does. Just like the AMT, this thing's all metal. It's not plastic. There's some who say shoot it with your middle finger. I didn't try that, but it's uncomfortable. It's also designed for one finger or one hand shooting like that, but trying to give it the best opportunity to show that it can hit the general area of the target. 3 times it didn't, but okay, that's it. That's just the High Standard DM101 22 mag 2-shot pocket pistol Derringer. There's not a whole lot of them out there that I've seen. In fact, this is like the first one I've seen. This one was probably made about 1980, but it was a fun little fun little shooter. And I hope y'all like that. I appreciate y'all watching, hanging till the end. As always, this is Halfmilesniper reminding you, carry everywhere you can. Even if it's one of them little bitty things. Get a CCW if you need to. If you're in a constitutional carry state, no reason not to be carrying, and I would get a CCW anyways. Because, as the saying goes, stay strapped or get clapped. You are your own protection. Nobody's coming to help you. So, it's up to you. So until next time, y'all stay safe, keep shooting. We'll catch you next time.
Send it. Hit.